Have you ever wondered how to make Reuben sandwiches? Here's how to make vegan Tempe Reuben sandwiches recipe. I'm Max.
I'm Michelle.
This is Maxwell Bates. So let's get into the video.
We're going to start with
30 grams of Dijon mustard. This is alcohol-free Dijon mustard, and it's organic.
Now we're going to do
20 grams of a mild mustard like yellow mustard, which is also organic. 20 grams of vinegar. This is apple cider vinegar. This is the Bragger's apple cider vinegar. We like it because it has some of the body that's missing in other apple cider vinegars, but it's not too astringent either.
Okay, this is
20 grams of agave.
Oh, you can do your favorite liquid sweetener of choice.
Maple syrup works excellent as a substitution. 10 grams of red rooster sauce.
This is
30 grams of sweet chili sauce.
This is...
And then finally, 25 grams of fennel seeds. I like fennel seeds better than my sister does, so she does 20 grams. Dried fennel seeds. These are dried. You can use fresh fennel seeds. They're just a bit strong, so.
And if you have fresh fennel seeds, you'll need to lessen the proportion, but we find that this works really well for us. Now we cut our tempeh into small strips lengthwise, and this is also gluten-free tempeh.
And it's all organic and vegan too.
And then we're just gonna toss that in, and then we're gonna put the lid on this container.
Tempeh is a fermented soy product, if you don't know what tempeh is. It has more grizzle and texture to it than tofu. That's why it works excellent for Reuben sandwiches.
And we're gonna shake it about. And this is one standard package of tempeh from the grocery store. I think we got this one at New Seasons, or you can get basically any little health food store near you. And then take the lid off, and gonna need a little bit more shaking, but it's getting there. They're getting coated in the mixture.
We find that a square container works really well because then it allows the strips to gyrate back and forth without having to have the issue of a round bottom maybe breaking the strips up.
And then you can choose your utensil that you want to mix things around, or use that, get the extra sauce off.
We use a coffee cupping spoon.
And so they've been marinated.
A shallow one.
And now we're going to take all these things off. And we have one cookie sheet with a silicone mat.
One Silpat, these are really helpful. You could use parchment paper, but then you have to throw the parchment paper away. This is reusable, so it's more environmentally friendly. Plus, this gets you much better crisping on the bottom than parchment paper does for some reason.
And then we're taking tongs.
And these have silicone ends on them, so you can grab it better. Link in the description down below for the equipment we're talking about. Try and make it so the tempehs aren't touching each other, because otherwise they might stick to each other once you have cooked them. We are going to be cooking these in the oven,
which needs to be preheated to 425. And then the last little pieces that got a little broken up is just fine to bake up.
Just put them in between one of the other strips, or you can put them in a little pile.
We're going to put these in the oven for 20 to 25 minutes, depending on your temperature of your oven. And then we'll check back in with you and make a vegan Tempe Reuben gluten-free sandwich.
Make sure that if your oven is really hot in one spot, that you rotate it halfway through, but we find that's not overly necessary. But you know your oven best. And be careful, ovens are dangerous, so be careful wear oven mitts and things like that. Okay, so we're back, and we have two different options here. We have one with cheese, vegan cheese that is, and then one without vegan cheese, and we put mustard in them also, and then sauerkraut. Stay tuned for a video on how to make sauerkraut in the future.
Okay, so I'm gonna get into the taste test.
So I think it's good. The sauerkraut gives it some body, and we have a mix of two different sauerkrauts. They are...
One is with red cabbage, and it's a more of an German style of sauerkraut, and one is with garlic and apple, and it's more in a Russian style of sauerkraut.
Tempeh works really well as a Reuben meat stand-in because it's grizzly, it has excellent texture, and it is really awesome. And especially if you cheese on your Reubens traditionally, put a little vegan cheese on it, it adds the creaminess and some of the more deep notes that you would generally associate with a non-vegan Reuben. I personally like the lighter version of no cheese, but my sister likes the cheesy version, which is more close to what it is traditionally.
Yeah, because I want to do something that's more traditional to the original, and so
I think these are very good, and I'm Maxwell.
I'm Michelle.
And this is Maxwell Bates. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Leave your comments down below. Like it if you liked it, because it really does help. And hit the little bell icon so you don't miss any future videos. And I'll see you next time.